So a good day for you if you are a Reds fan or a Chiefs fan, with the news that both these guys, Taniela Tupou, aka the Tongan Thor, and Damian McKenzie have both signed on for extended contracts with their respective teams, with the Reds and with the Wallabies obviously, and Chiefs All Blacks for DMAC. So yeah, good times. Very different players, obviously. You've got, a tight head prop who weighs 130 plus kilos, and Damian McKenzie, who is substantially smaller, transitioning into 10, previous fullback for the Chiefs and the All Blacks. So, yeah, but the one thing these two guys do have in common is just they're both very dynamic players. These are the kind of players who you feel like will get contracts offered to them from overseas going forward, just because they're really easy guys to kind of advertise. These are the guys who you put on your promotional materials, who you put on your highlight reels. Tupou just busting over people. He's been on YouTube videos since he was a high school kid, where he got the nickname Tongan Thor from. Just running over people, and Damian McKenzie with just some slick skills and passes and whatnot. So yeah, both really kind of excitement machine style players, and really great to have them both kind of committed to Super Rugby and to Rugby Championship. All Blacks, Wallabies, I think we've all got to be pretty happy that both these guys are going to be on board. They're both still really young, so Taniela Tupou is only 21, Damian McKenzie's 22. It feels like they've both been around for ages, just because they are kind of that prodigious young talent that gets a chance at a really young age. So DMAC made his debut back in 2015, and Taniela Tupou, I think 2016, he was a year later. So yeah, they've both been playing a while, even though they're still very young. It's kind of easy to forget just how young they are. Tupou said in his just comments basically that Ballymore's pretty much a second home. He grew up idolizing the Wallabies, and just always wanted to play for them. So he's pretty much living the dream. Of course, he's played one test for the Wallabies against Scotland, and you got to think he's got to have a big future, because at 21, to already be an internationally capped tight head prop is pretty good. Like Brad Thorne said in the press conference after their win against the Brumbies the other day, he's going to be at his peak when he's 31. So it just shows you kind of how good he is, and that he is more than just that YouTube video of a high school kid busting over people. So yeah, he's got a lot of development to go in his game, and we can only expect him to get better. For Damian McKenzie, so he signed on for a year longer. Tupou's only till 22. Damian McKenzie's until 2021. Sorry, did I say 2020? 2020 and 2021. So 2 years and 3 years basically. Damian said in his interview that he really wants to achieve higher honours. So you got to be thinking he wants to win a Super Rugby title with the Chiefs, and he probably wants to win a World Cup with the All Blacks, basically. I would say that what he'd be targeting. He's been around a bit longer in terms of the international game. He's played 12 games, 12 tests for the All Blacks. I mean, it's easier when you're a fullback or 10 to get into the team, rather than a prop who generally is going to develop a bit slower. So yeah, kind of to be expected. I really think his contract will kind of end at an interesting time, because I think his target will be that he's the All Blacks number 10 by 2021. So 2019's come and gone. Perhaps Beauden Barrett's taken this rumoured $3 million contract. It's kind of a shootout between him and Richie Mo'unga. If he's got the spot, then he perhaps looks at 2021 to be signing on. I'll sign on to 2023. I'll be the fly half or first five to take the All Blacks to the World Cup then, and then maybe look at a big money offer later then. This is total speculation, but yeah, he wasn't that convincing that money wasn't a thing for him. Obviously, it's nice. He said basically it's nice to be getting paid for what you do, but he just all about playing the rugby. But didn't come out with that whole, like, it's just my second family and I really want to be here. Or they did say he loves kind of playing rugby in the Waikato. So yeah, total speculation, but I would think that's his target, to be secured in that All Black 10 jersey by 2021. So he's got a few years to do it. I think really good news for, like I said, Chiefs and Reds fans, is that basically in 2019, it's going to be a free-for-all. A lot of players are going to be wanting to go overseas, having had that one last shot at the World Cup. But these guys aren't going to be in that conversation. Signed until 2020 and 2021. Nobody's going to be looking at them because they're not going to be available. So that's one good thing. We're going to avoid that. And, hopefully they're both still pretty young. Hopefully they both go on and have long and prosperous careers with both their teams. So, yeah, what do you guys reckon? I think pretty good signings all round. Do you think these guys stay with their teams until they're 30? That's still a long way away for both of them, obviously, because they're still so young. But, the game these days, money does talk. So you feel like it's going to get to all of them eventually. Those guys like Stephen Moore, Richie McCaw, who just never take the money abroad, seem to be pretty few and far between. But yeah, we shall see. But to sit down and watch Crusaders Canes shortly. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys again soon.